And you have your own camera. Let's do it.
Selfie. Yeah.
Whoa.
Now I'm gonna post this to Facebook.
Wait, no.
Little silly girl skipping through the woods.
Don't.
Time for me to have dinner and dessert. Now.
If you.
How do you spell ow?
Oh, I'm a good speller, actually.
Oh.
Ow, ow,
Ow.
ow,
Ow.
A. Oh, yeah.
No, that's
A.
ow. That's ow. It's ow.
But I think that
Oh, forget it. O-W-O-O-O-O-O-O. Send.
Wait, don't hit send. If you hit send, you.
To get more stories like these, get a past library card. Just go to blindguyandhiswife.com. Once you're there, just click on Past Library. You'll be taken right to the Past Library where you can enroll, and the first month is free.
Today's story is another HAMPTON fractured fairy tale, where we take a classic story and we rip it apart and put it back together HAMPTON style. You've heard of Little Red Riding Hood. Today's story is called Little Red Riding in the Hood. In this story, which is a cautionary tale, you're going to hear what you can do whenever you're faced with a villain or a bully in your life. You're going to listen for keywords like a hot spot for trouble. You're also going to listen out for cyberbullying. And we're going to see what Little Red Riding Hood does to report and ignore the big bad wolf in her life. Are you ready, LaQuita Marie?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
So let's get this story started of Little Red Riding in the Hood.
Long ago, there was a little girl who loved her grandmother. And she loved her grandmother so much that she asked her to please make her a Red Riding Hood. Well, her grandmother did make this Red Riding coat, and it did have a red hood attached. Why, she wore it everywhere she went. So much so that everyone started calling her Little Red Riding Hood. Well, Little Red, every Saturday morning, she would go to Grandma's house, and she would always take her basket full of goodies. Well, inside of that basket would be the pictures that she had drawn, there would be the crafts that she had made, and there were always a few lumps of sugar. Because every Saturday morning, Grandma would make hot, fresh bread, and they would sip hot, fresh tea, and they would have lumps of sugar. One for Grandma, and one lump or two for Little Red. But before she went out into the deep, dark world, her mother would always warn her, Little Red, don't you forget, dear, don't you forget to make sure to be careful. Don't tell any private business, no passwords, no secrets, not an address, not anything. Okay, Mama, I got it. I know that if anybody bothers me, I'll just ignore it. And if they can't stop bothering me, I'll just report it. All right, Mama, I'm off into the deep woods, and I know, Mama, it can be a hot spot for trouble. No worries. I will just go straight to Grandma's house, not talk to a soul, and I'm on my way, skipping and singing my two favorite things. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day, ma-ma-ma-ma-ma. Wow, I've never hit that note before. That was awesome. Zippity-doo.
Hey, little girl, come here.
It's the big bad wolf. He's such a meanie, but I'll just use my manners. I'll be really friendly to him today. I'll just say hello. I won't tell him anything. Hi there, Big Bad. Nice to see you today, but actually I've got a place to go. See you later.
I said, come here. Now, little girl, tell me, what is your name?
Oh yeah, Mama just said don't tell any passwords, not my name, no secrets, no addresses. I've just got to run. I'll just say hello. How you doing today, Big Bad? See you later.
I said, what's your name?
Even bullies need friends. Well, if you must know, and if you can't tell by the fancy decor, my name, or they call me, Little Red. You know, because of this fancy Red Riding Hood I've got on. Grandma made this for me, and I asked her, Grandma, can you please make me a Red Riding Hood?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Now, Little Red Riding Hood, you say. Little Red, you just messed up when you came riding into my neck of the woods. This is the deep woods where it's a hot spot for a lot of trouble, like me. Now what's in the basket?
Actually, those are things for Grandma. Don't touch that
I
because...
said what's in the basket.
I'll just show you. If you just hold on, be careful. There's lumps of sugar.
Oh, sugar!
Actually, I brought extra lumps of sugar today. Grandma always lets me have extra, but save some because...
You said Grandma?
Oh, wow. Do you have a grandma? Now, Little Red loved talking about her grandma, and she was caught off guard because that big bad wolf was talking about something that was near and dear to her heart. Why, she decided maybe Big Bad wasn't so bad after all. She would just chit-chat a little bit about her grandma. Maybe he had a grandma, and after all, Little Red loved to talk. You know, Grandma, I'm on my way to her house. You know, I go there every Saturday morning all by myself in this deep, dark woods. It's a hot spot for trouble, you know. There's a lot of problems and, you know, not a lot of help. I tell you, you should be careful out here yourself. As a matter of fact, I'll be on my way.
Hey! We were talking about Grandma.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Does Grandma live alone?
Well, since Grandpa bought the farm, she's all by herself.
Does Grandma have good things like flat screen TVs,
Ooh.
laptops, or,
Yeah.
or tablets?
Actually, Grandma only has 2 flat screen TVs. You know, she's not tech savvy, but I wanted one in the front room. She wanted one in the bedroom. And then, you know, the tablets, we have to use that when we're like trading stocks. And there's something else that we do with a lot of cash. I can't remember.
Hey, you said cash. Grandma keeps a lot of cash lying around in jewelry, like diamonds and pearls.
Wow, you like to sing too. Well, the big bad wolf was really tricking Little Red right now. She was telling him way more than she should, but it was so much fun, she kind of got caught up in it. Yeah, actually, ever since Grandpa bought the farm, absolutely. Cash on hand is the only way Grandma rolls. And, you know, of course, diamonds and pearls. What else would a girl have? It helps us with dress up. I've got to go.
Hey! Before you go, why don't you do this? I'm gonna get out my Flippersaurus 3000.
You got your own cell phone?
Yep. And you're gonna plug in Grandma's address into my GPS.
Wow, let me see this. Now, Little Red should not be sharing an address. That's private information, but when I put in the address, there's a picture of Grandma's house that comes up. She lives right by that bubbling creek. Those are her flowers. This is, and you have your own camera. Let's do it. Selfie.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Now, I'm gonna post this to Facebook.
Wait,
Little
no.
silly girl skipping through the woods.
Don't.
Time for me to have dinner and dessert. Now.
If you.
How do you spell ow?
Oh, I'm a good speller, actually.
Oh,
Ow, ow,
ow,
ow,
ow,
oh,
ow,
a,
ow.
oh yeah,
No, that's
a.
ow. That's ow. It's ow.
But I think that
Oh, forget it. O-W-O-O-O-O-O-O, send.
Wait, don't hit send. If you hit send, you cannot bring that mean message back.
So are you trying to say I'm cyberbullying?
Well, cyberbullying is a crime punishable by the police, and I just don't want you getting in trouble.
I ain't scared of Popo if they come knocking at my door. Now, this is what you're gonna do, Little Red. Come here.
Me?
You see these flowers all around?
Grandma does like flowers.
Why don't you pick some and make a nice bouquet for Grandma?
Okay.
I'll see you later, Little Red.
Ow, ow, ow. Wow, Big Bad wasn't so bad after all. Well, Little Red just didn't realize that Big Bad was on his way to Grandma's house. And she was in the kitchen, rolling out that fresh dough for that hot bread, when all of a sudden, she heard a big bang at the back door. Well, Grandma was no spring chicken. She knew that wasn't her grandbaby knocking that loud. Who is it? She decided to play along.
It's me. Oh, she'll never believe that. Me. It's me, Grandma, Little Red Riding Hood. I bought lumps of sugar for the tea.
Okay, grandbaby. I'll tell you what you do. When I count to 3, you come right on in the front door, okay, baby? I'm just rolling out the fresh dough. 1. She slipped that rolling pin right into her apron pocket. 2. And she backed up to get close to the back door. 3. And she was out, right into the deep woods off to go get help from the DWPD because the Deep Woods Police Department is her friend.
Huh? What comes next? Oh, yeah, two. Forget it. Oh! For a senior citizen, that lady sure can run. Oh, ooh, what's that I hear? It's that awful singing of that Little Red Riding Girl. I gotta put on something. Oh, Grandma's robe. I'll just do this. I'll sit in the rocking chair.
Plenty of sunshine headed. Grandma, oh, I've made it here already. Grandma, I've got a great big Grandma. What's going on with that great big nose of yours under those blankets today?
The better the smell, the better the bread that I'm baking for you, Little Red Riding Hood.
Now, come a little closer.
All right, Grandma, I can't wait to get a great big slice of that bread and give you a great big, oh, wait a minute, Grandma. What's going on with those big ears under your bonnet today, you silly?
I mean,
the better to hear your lovely singing voice with Little Red Riding Hood. Now, come a little closer.
Oh, okay, Grandma, I'm coming a little closer to give you a great big, wait a minute, Grandma. What's going on with those great, big, sharp, pointy teeth that you have there?
Text the words "the home team" to 757-231-3949 to get alerts and stay in the loop.
the better to eat you with, Little Red. Come here.
And that wolf sprang out of bed and gave chase. All Little Red could do was run directly to the front door. She could not ignore this problem. She was going to report it.
Oh, you like to run? I like fast food. Keep going.
Poor Little Red, she just had to run faster and faster. And as she got closer to the front door, she figured she might make it. When all of a sudden, that front door opened up all by itself. And right there by the front door was Grandma with her rolling pin and boom, right upside the head. Why, there was a huge lump that rose up, but when Grandma moved to the side, on the other side, the Deep Woodsman with his billy club hit that big bad wolf to a whole nother lump showed up on the other side of his head.
Not Popo. Wolf lives matter too.
And all Little Red could think of was Grandma. That big bad, he was big, but he wasn't so bad. He was just needing a friend. Maybe we could have offered him sugar, 1 lump or 2. And Grandma just let Little Red know, don't you worry, baby. We gave him 1 lump or 2, just fine.
And that was the end of that. But that wasn't quite the end, LaQuita Marie, because the big bad wolf was cyberbullying, and that's a crime. And if you get in trouble, you can find yourself in jail. But since the big bad wolf is a dog, he went to where? He went to the dog pound.
Ow, ow, ow.
So remember, avoid hot spots for trouble where there's a lot of things that can go wrong and only a few people or no people at all that can give you some help. And if you are being bullied, remember to...
First you ignore it, and then if you can't ignore it, you report it.
Thank you for joining us on today's story adventure of Little Red Riding in the Hood. Supreme sponsors, David and Christine Brooks. Supreme sponsor, Dr. Linda Bailey Hayden of Elizabeth City State University.
Supreme sponsor, Hampton MOSAIC Festival. Supreme sponsor, 2023 FAIRFAX VEGFEST. Supreme sponsor, Jamestown Settlement.
New member, Coach Mary Ma. New member, the J. Jordan.
You or your company can become a sponsor. Visit blindguyhiswife.com.